Good afternoon. My name is Omar Arab. I'm Executive Vice President in Corporate Business at Veritran. Thank you for enjoying with us our first webinar, Financial Shake series. Today, we are talking about digital banking and digital payments. Today, we are enjoying with my colleague, Renier Fuentes, our VP Digital Solutions. He will talk about the digital payments, and me, we are talking about the digital banking. Let me introduce a bit background for our company is 30 seconds about Veritran. Veritran is a global company to build digital assets and digital solutions using our local platform. What do you mean our local platform is we don't write code to build apps. For this reason, we have time to market and user experience. Our company, we have 50 institutions, 50 banks with 25 million users, and we have 25 billion secure transactions annually. We have a different success story. We have office in US, Latin America, and Europe. And we have a strategy alliance with Visa and MasterCard. I show you the video about Veritran. Today, we are very happy to enjoy for first time our disruptive product, our disruptive financial shake limited series. We have 6 shakes with different ingredients for to share. Today, we will share in our first shake, digital banking and digital payment. This is our full value proposal for shakes. Let me show you the video for sure. For to start our first shakes, digital banking, we have a different ingredients in across of our shakes, but we have 4 very important ingredients in digital banking: time to market, user experience, digital onboarding, and people first. Our company is 100% focused in people first is our common ingredients in all shakes. Let me to talk about the people first, the revolution of the digital transformation. Can you see Singapore in 1900 and can you see Singapore in 2021? It's very important, the big transformation. The more important is not the transformation, it's the execution transformation in the pandemic times. All transformation, our company, we have 3 key drivers for talking about the transformation: process, technology, and people. All transformation to create one big picture and big challenge is the people. For these reasons, don't prepare for change, prepare for acceleration. The acceleration is more important for the change. Every week, every day is to prepare for acceleration in the change times. I love this quote from Madeleine Albright. We face the task of understanding and government 21 technology with 20 mentality and 19 institutions. This is the big problem in the financial industry. We don't need to have the code of moments, and we need to accelerate using exponential technologies to create new business model and digital banking with user experience and time to market. For this reason, it's very important to adapt for the change and for the execution, the transformation. The adaptation, the adapt is very important for to execute the transformation. For to create exponential organization, we need to have exponential technologies. The exponential technologies is growing. For example, low code, artificial intelligence, big data, and the human adaptability is more slow. This gap is very important for to have onboarding. This is the key driver and the key component ingredients in our shakes. Why? How much time to talk reach 100 million users worldwide? The telephone, 75 years. Candy Crush, 3 months. And the last pandemic time, soon in 2 weeks to have 400 million users. This is a very important, the time to market to change the business model, to prepare the acceleration or to have onboarding techniques for digital banking. For this reason, we need to have on the table one digital strategy. Digital is not technology, it's a strategy. For these reasons, up, down, or down, up, my recommendation is up, down, we need to have a strategy. A strategy is very important to have on the table for to create digital banking. Let me to show you and to share our last white paper, Cracking the Digital Banking Innovation. We are talking about the user experience, time to market, security, and humanization. Is to take the picture and the QR, is to download our white paper. For to end, our recommendation in all ingredients is to have time to market. It's very important for to create business model and to have onboarding and user experience. But the more important is the time to market. And we need to create customer-centric, a very good journey for to accelerate the digital banking. For this reason, digital banking transformation is a journey, not a destination. Sorry. It's very important, the digital banking transformation with time to market and user experience. My last recommendation is who lead the digital transformation for your company? The COO, the CTO, and the COVID-19. This is very funny. And the last year, we are enjoying the MBA of the transformation. For this reason, for the transformation COVID, we need to have the strategy. It's very important to have user experience, time to market, and digital onboarding. And my favorite ingredient is the last one. The customer don't compare banks, the customer compare experience. We need to have experience for all users and to win users for to create digital banking. Thank you so much. Thank you for to share our first financial shake, digital banking. Let me, this is my email. If you like to send me an email and to share your experience, let me know. This is the second shake with my colleague Grenier Fuentes, digital payment. Grenier, give me 1 second to stop sharing. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Omar. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Grenier Fuentes, and I'm the VP of Digital Solutions at Veritron. And today I'm going to be talking to you about digital payments, which is our second shake in our financial shake series. And the idea is to give you cover and not take a lot of your time and cover some of the highlight trends, statistics going around the market, and what's going on around a wallet and the ingredients that we've selected for a wallet. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen here in a second. I'm going to start off where Omar just finished. So digital payments, while there are many more ingredients, we've selected 3 main ingredients, and people first, which is the common ingredient across all of our shakes, to add as a key ingredient to any digital strategy or really anything that you take on, because people are the driving factor of any idea, any innovation, and so on. So we'll be talking about some of the ingredients in our digital payments. So let's get started with wallet, which it's our main ingredient for digital payments. So, and I like to start off by, digital wallets have, taken on a massive mainstream in the last couple of years as users. In fact, more than 100 million Americans use a digital wallet, and that's just in the last just 2 years, 3 more million people joined the movement, and they're now starting to get to use a digital wallet to make payments, contactless payment, tap and go. One of the main reasons users use a digital wallet is because they find it more convenient than carrying cash around or credit cards or debit card. They can just take their phones and be able to pay, interact, and have a digital traceability of all their transactions. So much that's going on around a wallet. And, obviously, banks or fintechs are starting, while we know that the popular Apple Pay wallets, the Android Pay, Samsung Pay, and so on, banks are taking on their own version of the wallets to be able to provide their users a way to conveniently make payments, transfers, P2P, which is another ingredient that we'll be talking about next, and so on. And from us at Veritran here, we have a white label wallet that makes it very easy for institutions to implement their own version of their wallet and be able to provide that customer experience and usability across all of their channels. I'd like to share some statistics around the wallets, just so we see where we are with the wallet. Out of the more than 100 million of Americans using a wallet, 63% of those are from Generation Y. So Generation Y is really moving up the needle here when it comes to using a wallet on an everyday basis and pushing it out there. Then we got another 38% of Generation X, which is it's picking up more and more. And then we got about 15, 17% on baby boomers. Some other interesting facts here is that 1 in 4 Americans spend more money when using a digital wallet as opposed to using a digital, a credit card or a debit card. For another statistic here, 1 in 2 single individuals that have never been married before use of digital wallets. So we're starting to see a trend. Married couples combined are more likely to spend money when using a digital wallet. And just to summarize here, that the single most with a very high percent, almost 80% on the service side there, the main reason why people use a digital wallet is convenience. That's what most of the users are saying, that they like the convenience of having a wallet in their phones, which they carry everywhere, and be able to use it. Switching gears to the next ingredient here, it's person to person or person to business here. This is another key ingredient when it comes to digital payments. On a recently survey, about 45% of the people, they knew and had some interaction with P2P payments. About 35%, they knew about P2P, but they weren't doing so much with it. And another almost 20%, they had no idea what P2P payments was. But what we're seeing here, especially after COVID, is that people are starting, and when applications such as Venmo or Zelle, people are starting to see the benefits of P2P payments, and they're starting to use it more and more and more. In fact, it is increasing significantly. That in just 2020, the total mobile transactions for P2P payments reached 400 billion, right around $400 billion. And the same as for users, with the popularity of these applications and the wallets coming on into the market and pushing the boundaries for payments, the users are continuing to grow and grow and grow into the space of P2P payments, which with in fact reaching about 74 million just in the US alone at the end of 2020. So P2P, it's getting the attention, is going mainstream, especially after COVID-19, where it just accelerated, and the adoption of new technologies that were kind of an option in the past now are becoming a necessity. And going into our third ingredient here, this is interesting because some of the world's economies have been pushing to go cashless at some point. And again, it's been hit and miss in the past, but COVID-19 again accelerated all of this cashless economy, especially with the new technologies like the tap and go tokenization, which is another check that we're going to be discussing in the future in another webinar. But all of these technologies have enabled countries to move towards a cashless economy. In fact, 98%, for some countries, they expect to be 98% cashless by the year of 2024. That's very aggressive. Cash payments will amount, and this is for the world, cash payments will amount for about 2% of all the transactions. Just another statistic here, the most cash adverse economies in the world, leading the way is Hong Kong, Denmark, Sweden, and Australia, lining up to be the fourth one on the list. So we're really enabling with all of these technologies and the advancement in digital payments. We're really pushing those boundaries to get there to the point where we have a cashless economies around the world. So hopefully we'll make it there. And again, the key ingredient here is going to be the convenience, being able to not have to carry cash around, not have to carry a credit card or a debit card, or not losing any of those, which it's something that cannot be recovered once it's lost. There's no traceability of losing a card or cash in there. So this is, and finally, the common ingredient to across all of our shakes, which is people first. We really like to, and Omar was saying, we really like to emphasize and focus on people first, because we have to put people at the center of everything, center of change, center of innovation. People lead changes, people lead innovation, people lead ideas, and they make it to life. So it's a cultural thing. The technology is just a commodity. The technology is there, it's available, and it's ready to be implemented. The problem here is the mindset of people. If you have people that are driving these innovations, and things are going to become a reality. Otherwise, the technology is just sitting there if nobody puts it to good use. And with that, I know I'm hitting the 20-minute mark here. So I just want to allow, I know we got 30 minutes. I want to allow everybody that's attending. Again, thank you for joining us for this quick webinar. We just wanted to highlight two of our first shakes, the digital banking and digital payments, and give you some statistics around these two topics that are very hot these days. And we want to open it up the last 5-10 minutes to answer some of the questions that the attendees might have. And with that, I'll pass it back to Omar, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that anybody might have in the Q&A session. I'll stop sharing so I can see the questions.
Thank you, Grenier. We are open for the questions. If you like to send all data or your email to share our white paper, let me know. It's very important to share our paper and our experience with our shake.
All right, we have a question here from one of the attendees. How would digital contents be linked to the wallet? All right, so there are many ways of linking digital content. I mean, the wallet, it's being sold as a standalone product, but every day what we see it's being embedded into some other applications as to make a super app. For example, retail banking, a wallet is being embedded into the retail banking, so the user is provided with a single experience across all the channels where they can see their, their accounts, they can do their traditional banking, use the traditional banking services. And on top of that, a wallet is being functionality is being embedded into the existing retail banking app as to provide the user with that single experience without having to switch from one app to the other to perform the different activities. Now, behind the scenes, and I'm going to go a little bit technical here. Behind the scenes, being able to deliver and linking content to the digital wallet, it's all about APIs. And I think the world is moving towards an API world. And we see that with the open banking, where financial institutions are starting to collaborate and open up their services. And not only financial institutions, but other institutions from other industries are starting to open up their services via APIs for providers, fintechs, and aggregators to come in and plug into their existing APIs and be able to provide that user with a single and a seamless experience across all of those channels where they can have access to their financials and other things around their life to make that experience more enjoyable and obviously a place to go for all of their services, whether they're financial, they're personal or phone and so on. So that's any more questions?
We have another question is to share the white paper. Of course, in our 50 institution, we have the same thing, digital banking and digital payments. Please, you send me an email and we'll share the white paper. Our last book is local for dummies to share with all guests. Thank you so much. To end, let me see, we have more questions. Okay. Let me to end with the last invitations. We have our second webinar in June. Our team will send you the new invitation for our second webinar about the open banking and synergy lab. It's very useful, our next two shakes. Thank you, Grenier. Thank you all coming for our invitation for Shake series.
Thank you, Omar. We look forward to seeing everyone on our future webinar. We will be discussing the next two shakes of our series. Please stay tuned as we got news, and the idea is to give you some details of what's going around this shakes and the ingredients that we put into them, and how we from Veritran are able to help institutions bring those technologies, solutions to reality, and be able to provide your customers with a great experience. All right, we have another question here. How does Wallet exist within iOS and Android? Are they taking the usual fee on top of transaction charges you and other involved financial institutions get? We'll be answering this question live, so I'm going to mark this as live. And to answer that question, The wallet is just another application which can be a standalone application from your institution, a financial institution that is, or it can be embedded, as I was saying before, into an existing mobile banking application. It's either or. Now, the wallet itself doesn't have any additional cost other than developing the wallet and put it in there and have it connected to your core banking system or your processor, however many players are on the back end to make that wallet function, right? But there's no transaction costs associated with, at least with the Veritran wallet, the white label wallet that we provide. So it's just buying the wallet functionality and implementing it. So.
Thank you, Grenier. Thank you, everybody, for coming to enjoy our state shakes. Thank you so much. See you soon.